Hello, welcome to our next session. Are you happy? Now 12 sessions over. How was your exam? Did you do well? All the questions were very simple, right? Now we slowly going to finish our all the verbal word forms and parts of speeches. Only 2-3 topics more we will finish. Then we will jump into the field of advanced grammar. Now what we are doing only fundamentals. As I referred, basis. From this base we have to build a very big mansion. Develop a very huge building. Such areas coming. So towards reaching that area, then you will remember what we have been taking would be very much useful. All these areas you had to study earlier. But since your group is in a macro level, I should teach from the beginning. So everybody should be given much knowledge, right? You know, some people have, even nowadays, do not feel the importance of learning. You know, one girl, her name I think Asana. She is from Madhya Pradesh, Indore district. Recently read in Hindu newspaper daily. She is only 12 years old. The government has given a special permission to this girl, and she stood first in the higher secondary examination. She did not complete high school, but she got opportunity with a special recommendation by the collector. She wrote exam and stood first. Look, only 12 years old. And her next plan is to complete a degree within 1 year, for which government has granted permission. Only unfortunate one thing happened, that might be the great news. Her parents, both father and mother, died out of COVID last week. It is a tragedy for her, and she attributed her plus 2 certificate on dead bodies of parents. That was a tragedy. Anyway, her determination, Asana's determination in Madhya Pradesh would be a motivation for our people. Now you are almost 18, 19, now still in the degree class. Her ambition to become an IAS officer, and she is ready to study for that. What I want to tell you that these are the field in which you should get your own determination to march like military, penetrating to the enemy's trance, then fetch everything. Nowadays, young generation like you people lose this spirit that you have no inborn qualities to develop knowledge, since all the fields are in your hand. Now last 10, 11, 12 sessions, all these related to the construction of different type of sentences. And again we are going to take parts of speech which remain 1 2 mega areas. One area now we are going to study is prep. Do you anybody know that? Prep. You know, prep is a modern concept. Though it was in the parts of speech area, like after studying nominals to reaching prep, what was the method that we studied, I will remind you. First one was en, second one was pn, third one was adg, one cluster. Then we reached the verb, then we reached the adverb, here coming prep. All right. Then we get conjunction, then interjection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then according to modern grammar, this up to 8 parts of speeches were the maximum word forms, structural forms. Then parts of speeches were agreed and had been taught by traditional grammarians. Once you come here in modern grammar, especially university grammar, you refer chapter number 2 by Sidney Baum. No, I should recommend that book. Everybody should read. From the beginning to the end, even you get a chapter by chapter, go through, then you will get a great piece of information. That whatever we studied, whatever we have been taught by the teachers is insufficient. Additional embedded, more added knowledges are there in university grammar book. How you use? In addition to university grammar book, you refer to practical English usages. Several times I referred these two books in the classes. In the college library possibilities there, you just refer. Otherwise, being a literature student, language student, you should possess it. What grammar book you copy down, or in the syllabus, in the Calicut University syllabus, this paper syllabus, bottom they have referred these two textbooks. One is University Grammar Book, available, published by ELBS. A very beautiful book, written by two people like Run and Martin. Run and Martin are two people, not one person. People consider one person. Run and Martin, two people like that. Here, Kukubaum and Sydney, two people are there. They combinedly put effort and develop this grammar. Depending on all the schools of grammar, they brought forward this textbook. Very, very concise. Published by English Language Book Society. When you refer page number 29, third chapter, then you prefer this book supported by practical English usages. Very beautiful book. It is written by Michael Swan. Whatever doubts you feel, wherever possibility of doubts coming, you refer. It is given index and also on the back side, item wise section and pages number given. Refer like a Bible, then go through, then take your doubts clarified. No teachers needed to refer them. Whenever, wherever possible you get a doubt, go to these two textbooks. Everything will be cleared. Here in modern grammar, especially university grammar book, two important parts of speech is added. Or you ask yourself, you refer to traditional grammarian, you ask your teachers, you ask your school level, higher school level, higher secondary level, or traditional grammar, till these only 8 parts of speeches. Am I right? 8. That also to be put in this order. This is called nominal group. This is called verbal group. This is called conj group. 3 plus 3 plus 2, 8 parts of speech is over, and only 8 parts of speech is available till structural grammarians. After that, transformational generator grammar came, phrase structural grammar came, suprasentential grammar came. All these grammarians agree that 2 more parts of speech is available. And what are they? in some grammarians tell, all right, ninth one is article, which we have to study, article. Because without an article there is no sentence. Means what? Article should be a part of speech. But a traditional grammar did not include it. Just like in the name of nominal definition, animal was not included. Animal later included. What was the name of a, what is the definition of a noun? Name of a person, name of a place, name of a thing, over. But elephant was not mentioned. Elephant mentioned in the dictionary noun. But traditional grammarians did not allow it. So upgraded knowledge came slowly came. Now development over. Means everyday researches are being done. Here, ninth parts of speech, which teachers won't agree, only university grammar book you refer, you will get an article as a parts of speech. Then, 10th one, they call demonstratives. Demonstratives, look. What does it mean? It means you have 10 parts of speeches now. This is what I mean, additional information, piece of information for you. As a child, as a student of literature, language, I would recommend you every day you keep one piece of knowledge. So whatever you studied up to higher secondary, whatever you studied in the high school, only 8 parts of speeches were there. Now 10 parts of speeches available. Article included, demonstrative included. But in some grammarians, they combine 9 plus 10, article plus demonstratives, adding so many other elements together, they call determiners. About which we will take later, because we are now in the preposition level. Preposition, conjugation over. Alright, interjection not important. Then after article, then we will come to determination as a topic in next class. So fundamentally you understand, articles are part of a group determiners. Whereas in the same way, demonstratives are part of determiners. But in the university grammar, it is given there 9 is article and 10 is demonstratives, about which we will discuss later. So, out of 10 parts of speech, noun over, pronoun over, adjective over, verb over, adverb over. Now we are going to take a preposition, conjunction over, interjection very easy, article, determiner, demonstratives we will take later. So, what I mean, slowly, we are going to finish all the word forms. Immediately after, the moment we finish all these areas, we will jump to different styles of constructions. And the tense and the time and everything that you know that already have been taught. So, be careful. So, once we come to preposition, what is called prep. Alright, prep. So, I think you copied these 10. Important. Keep in mind, just like determiner group, art and demonstrate determiner group. Noun group, 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2. 10 parts of speech is available. Okay, very good. Now we come to prep. Okay, tell me what do you know about preposition? What is meant by preposition? First of all, keep in mind, preposition means preposition. Preposition. It comes just like in front of a position of a word. What word? Nominally, we have a noun. Alright. Noun is, before this noun, we put a preposition in element. It comes preposition. Before, in advance preposition, in advance we have one word before a noun. commonly noun, otherwise PN. PN means pronoun. Whenever means what you keep in mind. Whenever nouns appearing, whenever pronouns appearing, before that we keep certain elements which are structural words, which are called in modern grammar form words, which are not word forms. They are not word forms. They are other group what is called structural words, not lexical. Structural words, what is called form words. They are applied here before the noun, before the pronoun. Example, one will take one example. She was grateful to her. Look here. Her friend. To her friend. You put friend. Friend. Look here. She, subject, was verb, grateful to her friend. This to is our elementary coming preposition. Preposition coming. So it is used, grateful to her friend. It is used in the framework of what is called NPH. NPH means NGP. So wherever possible one NGP coming, wherever NPH coming, this form word, which is a preposition, what is elementary, very insignificant, but treated to be significant. They come in a group. Preferably, they come before noun, before pronoun. Here, her, pronoun coming to is preposition. So, prepositions, though they are considered to be insignificant, people consider it very insignificant, but without which we cannot frame a good sentence. So, preposition is very important. Example, another example we will take. Now we took a pronoun supported or preceded by preposition. Example you take, another example, the coach, all right, was happy, all right, with Rogan. One example. This is Kukubam's example, not my example. The coach was subject, was verb, happy, compliment, subject, with, prep, all right, Rogan, noun. Look here. So was happy with Rogan. This happened to be, all right, NPH. From this NPH or NGP, we get prep plus a noun which is equal to head word. So this is what, so from this area you understood what? Preposition is an element which comes in the NGP or NPH, which supposed to be coming either on the subjective position or objective position. So be careful in this way, what is called. So before some time it comes, the fountain is in the park, all right. The teacher is happy with her students. Teacher is with her. Teacher is happy with her students. Then, so now you keep one thing. It may be appearing in the NGP, which is supposed to come either in the subjective position or in the objective position. What is how to identify? Already taught this area. Alright, this may be having a tendency of developing NGP. This may be developing NGP. In this position, suppose you write a group of words, preposition may appear. Here also preposition may appear either before a noun or pronoun. So that is the significance of preposition. So in order to develop a sentence, once we add NGP either on the position of subject or on the position of object, we may have a tendency to apply a preposition. So preposition is very important. So then after this stage, you had studied different types of preposition. Am I right? You had studied different types of preposition. And if I ask you, can you tell me in a systematic order all the prepositions possible? Can you? People cannot. So according to modern grammarians, they have a special stipulated framework. They have kept a stipulated framework to develop or to remember what all types of preposition possible or available in English language. So keep this order in mind. This may be the different novel type of piece of information for you. Keep all the preposition in this framework in your hard disk of the brain computer. So take, retrieve according to the time needed, according to the opportunity needed from the disk of your brain, elicit one by one, then you start your writing usages. So how we can tell preposition, all right, as a main head. We shortly say prep. We shortly say prep. Prep. P-R-E-P, prep. In modern grammar, we never say preposition. Prep. P-R-E-P, prep. In this prep, we have some 5 important steps. You can write like this. Comma. Then like this. So prep may be defined. One is important preposition is spatial. S-P-A-T-I-A-L, spatial preposition. Understand it, this diagram put in the brain, so that preposition will not be a problem for you. We teach you according to modern university grammar method. So you understand preposition has different frameworks. It has first item coming spatial relation. Spatial relation we call I will explain spatial relation. So this word is important, spatial relation. Then it comes time relation. Time relation. Then come direction relation. All right. These 3 are very important. These 3 are important in the grammar book. We call STD. STD. All right. STD. Spatial, time, not standard. Spatial, time, direction. Preposition. Prep is equal to STD. We study prep is equal to STD because STD is important. All right. Then next one is group. Group prep. Group prep. Then what is called group prep? Then tricky prep. T-R-I-K-Y-C-K. Tricky prep. Look here. This tricky prep is somewhat coming in the verbal system also, that I will explain later. So for the time being, you understand prep is a framework which has 5 important steps, 5 important segments, out of which STD is most important. STD, after that you will get G plus T, tricky preposition. So prep is equal to STD, GT, G group preposition, T tricky preposition, not a time preposition. So here all this keep in mind. Prep as a framework, STD coming first, then GT coming later. So what all these that I will explain. Okay, we will take as a we will divide all the preposition into 5 categories. All right. First category. All right. Example spatial. You can copy down this. S-P-A-T-I-L. Related to space. Related to place. How many? 1. You can copy down all the preposition which are available related to spatial, related to space, related to place under your custody. Then remember, whenever you pick it up, write down. Pick it up, write down. This is the method. So we will get Which all the important preposition? Example, I live at Olari. Alright? Olari. Example. Here Olari is space related to a place. Then we use at. Means it is a spatial preposition. It is a spatial preposition because at relates to. Sometimes it may be having some confusion. But 99% case these divisions are possible. So spatial relation at has a at will be repeated in the time. But when the time coming you can specifically put it. But this at is related to space. Means at is also possible in the field of space. So first one spatial place related to at coming. Alright. Second, copy down. Second, inside. Means inside is a preposition coming as place preposition. Up. Simple preposition up. Then outside. Inside, opposite, outside. Behind. Behind. Look here. Behind one. At back. Near. Alright, near. Then over. Over. Example, over. Then opposite side. At the corner. Example, at the corner. All these are related to. So once we get a sentence, normally you are supplied a sentence, then there will be a blank. That blank to be filled by a preposition. Then decide which area of the preposition they mean. Whether it is a place related to space, then go through the spatial preposition group, then select, then put it on the label, single over. Automatically we come time references. Alright, here after first one space, second one we got time references. Once we get time references, which are these? These at is coming again in the time. Then 2. You list down. Alright. For is used for time. Alright, for. Since used for time. Then around used for time. In used for then time. Before used for time. Then until, during. Here until. Alright, during. Preposition which refer to time. Alright, until, till, after. After may be used for time reference. So spatial types over, time type over. Then STD, from STD, ST over, then coming direction. What is called a direction? Alright, remember direction preposition. What direction preposition? It shows the movement. It shows the movement. Direction. Alright, some important one. Towards. You keep towards. Important. Across. Direction type. Then through. Direction type. Through. Then across. Through. Another one around. Then over. Important one. Okay. So what all things over? Preposition are generally segmented into 5 divisions. One is spatial one. 2 timely one. 3 direction one. Over. The next one is group preposition. What is called group preposition? Which appear in a group. They appear in a group. It comes in a group. We call more than one preposition coming together. That is called group prep. Example, in order to. Look here. Two preposition coming. It is called group preposition. Another one, in front of. Look here, in of. It comes in a group, so we call group preposition. Because of. That is a technical word. As a result. As a result of. All these are more than one preposition used in a group. So we have group preposition. Again rewinding. What did we study with regard to preposition is coming a word either before a noun or a pronoun, and also they are classified into 5 divisions. First one is spatial, which is related to space and place. Certain prepositions are grouped under it. Then second one is time references. We have time prepositions listed behind it. Then direction prepositions are there, showing direction. We listed some. Then we have group preposition, more than one preposition coming together to make a phrase, which is called group preposition. Then last one is what is called a tricky preposition. What is called a tricky preposition? So what structure over? Prep means S plus T plus D plus G plus T. This is the formula that you keep in mind. Preposition, spatial, time, direction, group, then tricky. One. Both are same. Look here. So spatial over, time over, direction over, group over. This one tricky. Tricky, the word itself shows it is somewhat making you fun of. Some grammarians, particularly pseudo grammarians, refer this type of preposition coming in the phrasal verb. Phrasal verb. Why? After putting, that already I taught you earlier, some prepositions have a quality of an atom bomb. When we put a preposition with a particular verbal item, total meaning will be changed. Such one is called a tricky one, which gives you a trick. Example I will show you. One example already I told you earlier. Example. Look after. This after is a preposition coming with the look. Look is a verb. It is different from the definition of preposition. Preposition going with the look. But normally prepositions go behind the noun. But this preposition go with the verb. Relation to the verb. Which is having protect. Meaning. Which once we use a preposition with the look, you will get to protect as a meaning. Okay. Because this area is called phrasal verbal area in communicative English. Very, very, very significant. The same one, look into. Look. You apply into to look. You will get what? Examine. Examine. Look here. Examine. Look into. Look into, examine. What is called examine? Look into the dictionary. Just like a refer. So some phrasal verb. Another one that I highlight always in the junior classes. Example I will show you. Another example. I call you. One example. It is not my example. University Kukubam's example. I call you. I just called you. Meaning over. Here, instead of putting call on you, this on coming with the call, making phrasal verb is equal to total meaning referring to the first one. Second one meaning is different. Call on you means visit. I visit. I visit you. This is the meaning of phrasal verb. Such a preposition construction is called a tricky one. So sometimes people call preposition, instead of going with the noun, they go with the verbal items. So result we get a phrasal verb. Such one. Then again we use, again we take a call up on you. Means what? Here coming in white. Look here. Upon coming with the call. So in the phrasal meaning, you get a call as simply calling. But adding one or two prepositions, means what? You will get a different meaning. Such one is called a tricky preposition. Tricky one. So again, you have to prepare a bigger list on that tricky one. Yeah? And some grammarians we have use special preposition go with the verbal items. Not a phrasal verb tricky one, but you keep in mind. That is a technical thing you have to keep in mind. You study. Example, certain prepositions are, once you get a particular word, almost a preposition you can decide which one goes with that. We will take one example. Example, sometime a word coming. Superior, senior, junior, all right, inferior, look here, prefer. Once in a sentence or once you try to use this word in a sentence, followed by preposition will be always to. Look here. In such a way you have to study. So certain words when you try to use in a sentence, make sure, paka sure that you use to after that. Superior to, senior to, junior to, inferior to, prefer to. Suppose Adarsh going to somebody's house. They ask, Adarsh, you want coffee or tea? Some people automatically say, I prefer coffee than tea. That is wrong. Once you use prefer, use to. Then others would say what? Must say what? I prefer coffee to tea. So prefer followed by to is compulsory. Senior to me, not senior than me. Junior to me, not junior than me. Means what? You have to keep certain preposition. They have a tendency to go with certain words. Example, addict. X is addict to drinks. Addict to, followed by to. So we have to use such words along with the reference to example. 99% teachers and students and people talk. Look here. Earlier in the SSLC, earlier in the public examination, such questions were appearing. People still confused. Look here. The committee, all right, discussed about the clerk's problems. There was a committee, and the committee in the meeting discussed about the clerk's problems. The same area coming later for the correction of sentences. 99% people say this sentence is correct. Why? There is no grammatical mistakes. There is no meaning mistakes. But mind you, this about as a word never goes with the discuss. About never goes with the discuss. Why? Discussing means what? Talking something about something. So about as a preposition never goes with the discuss. So never say discuss about. You say only discuss. The committee discussed the problems of the clerk, not to discuss about the clerk. That is a common mistakes people use. So we have to keep. It is a very big area in the chapter that you make certain words, group preposition. So again we have discussed, all right. Again I repeat, preposition as a parts of speech. Preposition as a parts of speech. We have spatial group, standard group, spatial, time group, then direction group, then group 1, then tricky one has a deviation which is called phrasal verb. You may copy down, which you refer any standard grammar book, you will get certain words which are used with a certain preposition. I will give you some. For example, you keep that one example agree. All right, you put here normally coming with agree with, you write agree with, then we will write, you copy down these some areas that I told addict to. Once you use agree, 90% on a proposal we write agree on one proposal, otherwise 90% case we write agree with, addict to, superior to, in addition to, like that, inferior to, like that. Ashamed, look, ashamed, which one you will use here? Of, look here, ashamed of. So understand, ashamed always followed by of. Like fond, you will write of, fond of. Then we wrote prefer, then kind, then careful. Look here, careful about. So make sure once you use careful, there will be careful about. Then died of, proud of, displeased with, astonished at. You copy down astonished, whenever you use astonished at. Then faithful thing, which preposition will you use? Faithful to, faithful to. Okay, common one, different, wherever you use different. Then otherwise suffering. All students have a tendency to write leave letter to the class teacher. So we write suffering dash from. Normally is after suffering you write from. Copy down like that, different from, suffering from, full of. Then quarrel, quarreling dash me, quarrel followed by with, satisfied, copy down, satisfied with. All right, prevent from, all these you have to keep. Then fought or fight against, depends on. All right, accused. Once you get accused as a word in a sentence, blindly write the preposition of, accused of. In the example like beg of, obedient to, taste for, accompanied by, then affection for, like that you have to keep. So presented to, looks after, like that. So we will write this then referring to some grammar books you get all these preposition. Then remaining area we have some technical side grammar technical prepositions coming, that is some other categories that we will take another day. All right, you refer this area, some other categories are there, other categories, just like a prepositional phrase, how does it appear, post-positive preposition, all this somewhat complicated, but this is the fundamental basis out of which we will prepare next topic. Topic number 14, that will take you another day. Thank you.